Hey, Maria, back with another video, and I am on my lunch break at the moment, and I woke up in this morning, and I was just furious and pissed off. And I've just been reaching out and contacting people and trying to get them on board with this stop making my life a living hell stuff. So I'm not going to go all into it, but I will maybe follow up with a later update. I did really appreciate the comment that Tammy Blacklisted made. No, I do want to make sure that I don't generalize and say that all targeted individuals are awakened. I would say that a good amount of us are awakened, and there are a lot of targeted individuals that are running around in darkness and wondering what is going on with their lives, and they are not really aware that the system that exists and is in place at this moment, it is destroying their life, and they have faith in the people around them. They have faith in their religious organizations that are very corrupt, and they don't ever bother to question whether or not they are on the right path or not, whether it's even scriptural or something that is even supposed to be taking place. Many of these people really do believe that they are being chased by higher levels of government, when in fact it most likely is their family, their so-called friends, and employers. And so, yeah, I mean, but for a certain percentage of the targeted individuals, and people who are not targeted individuals, people are starting to question, hey, you know what, I don't necessarily see things this way. Am I on the right path? Is there a right path? And they need to start questioning what is going on around them, and that's the biggest problem. And when you don't question, you just accept. And I believe that there is a social order, and we do need government. We do need things that put systems in place. And I do believe that the laws are written well, very well, but they're not implemented correctly. And this is why we have targeted individuals. And I really do want to devote my time in my activism, because it's very important, because, like I said, I don't believe that the majority of these people, and I know it's controversial, I know it makes a lot of people angry, but you'd be surprised how covert these operations are, to where you can go over to your family member's house and they could sit there and, make you dinner and tell you how, reminisce with all these so-called wonderful, great memories, and they're the ones who are sabotaging your life. I have been awakened for very many years. I started questioning mainstream religion since I was a kid, and slowly but surely I evolved out of it, because oftentimes people aren't sticking to what they say they do. There's a lot of people who make up rules as they go along. And I'm not trying to tell people to leave their churches, because, I'm not saying all churches are bad. I'm not saying that. But the ones that I've encountered really have not been good. And but aside from that, religion shouldn't play a part in people's work. The biggest thing that affects targeted individuals is the fact that they are struggling. They become socially ostracized. And because of this, they have a hard time finding employment, and when they do find employment, the person who's stalking them comes into their workplace and destroys their life. And so my issue is that I believe that the only key, and I do believe that this is the only key, is to inform employers, and also people who, families and friends, neighbors, these people need to be informed, because many people are setting their people into a system that is going to destroy them. And some people do it on accident, some people do it on purpose, okay? I believe that my family thought that they could blacklist me, and I found out that I'm blacklisted in all 50 states. Whether they thought that this was good for me or whatever, but I think a lot of people put their families and their friends into this system, and they don't realize what they're doing. I personally think my family did it on purpose. My sister did anyway. But and this is the only key, because this, it affects our ability to survive, and that's the main thing. And you have these employers who are discriminating against people, and they're not even qualified to do the work that they did. In this case, I'm so shocked. I'm looking back on all the years that this has been going on, and not one employer questioned it. That blows me away, you know. And so I do believe that a lot of times targeted individuals, and if you look at workplace mobbing, these are the people who are really good at their jobs, are the ones who end up getting psychologically harassed at work. And it's not good enough to harass them at work. They want to make sure that their lives are destroyed forever. And that's my biggest issue. It's like, I want to inform people on this, and I have no problem talking about it. I will not bring it up in any of my places of work. It's something that exists separately. It's something that I'm sure many people in my neighborhood and around me know that I'm a targeted individual, but I have no interest in discussing that while I'm in the workplace, because it seems like it's kind of a conflict of interest, and it also it could cause problems. But I do believe that employers need to be informed. I do believe that mayors, city hall, city council, these people need to be alerted to it, because these people are the stalker, oftentimes. And a lot of people say, well, you know, law enforcement is involved. Law enforcement, you'd be surprised how ignorant law enforcement is, okay? So it is really that simple. Now, I'm not saying that all people are not, some people are not, I do believe that some people are being directly targeted by the government, but most of the people who are victims of organized gang stalking are actually victims of domestic abuse, as well as workplace abuse and negligence and crime by, you know, employers blacklisting you or discriminating against you based on reasons that they shouldn't. So anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and release my frustration on my lunch break and get back to it. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.